Now, when it comes to Silento and the Whip Nene song, Bolo the producer was the only producer on that song.
Yeah.
What exactly was the deal and what fell apart with that situation?
Well, I was supposed to be the label. He was going to be the producer. We were going to do the deal through me.
Of how you were almost involved in another smash hit that was more recent from an artist by the name of Silento, a song called Watch Me Nene or Whip Watch Me Nene or Whip Nene, however you want to pronounce it, right?
Yeah.
And you were dealing with the main producer, Bolo the producer. So what happened along the way when you guys later linked up, you were saying?
So like, he reached out to me, you know what I'm saying? And he was just showing me the, you know what I'm saying, the numbers of how everything was going on. And he really couldn't himself get it to where it needed to get to. But he was telling me, hey, yo, the record doing good. It's moving. You know what I'm saying? It's gravitating. Nah, I'm going to come to you. You know what I'm saying? Let's make some shit happen or whatever with it. You take it where you need to take it at, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, cool, I got you, whatever you need to do. He was more so trying to get me to, just giving money for them to do promo. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We need to go do a show over here for promo. We need to go over here and do that. And I was trying to wrap my head around exactly what was going on. You know, I wasn't just going to spend a bunch of money and run them in circles when I could just take the record if it got numbers and we could just go to a label and do a deal. So I had reached out to a couple of different people, you know what I mean? And we had talked like we was going to do it. We was going to do a deal with me, you know what I'm saying? The deal was the artist was going to be signed to me, you know what I'm saying? And he was just going to remain as the producer. Cause dude was like a minor, you know what I'm saying? So he had like his aunties, somebody who he was like living with, and it was a whole deal. He didn't know his parents or something like that. He went with his parents or whatever. So, you know, he had a situation where his folks was caring for him, and they wanted it to be done right. They ain't wanted it to be, you know what I'm saying, some sideways ass deal, you know what I'm saying? So I was gonna do it from an artist perspective, on me not liking how a lot of shit went me from the artist perspective. Do a right situation for him so he get what he need to get as an artist, and you know, us do what we need to do on the business side of it and everything be straight. So he came to me with the deal, like we was gonna do the deal, and I had a commitment on him on doing the deal. And you know, I spoke to him. I told him Capital was interested on doing a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, I'll talk to these couple different people, you know what I'm saying? Capital interested on doing a deal. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool, but he was cool that, you know, we was back and forth about it. But it's like once I let the cat out of the bag and say, hey, yeah, this is such and such that want to do a deal, he kind of backdoored me and went and did the deal without me. You know what I'm saying? Because we hadn't did nothing on contract yet. You know what I'm saying? I just told him such and such is interested on me and him. Like, yo, bro, like I got this situation over here. They interested. I'm talking to these folks like I got him already. So let's go ahead and do what we need to do so that I got him, and then we can go and do the deal. And he backdoored me and said, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no, he said his folks your boy folks didn't want to do the deal. And then when it kind of got, you know what I'm saying, tense on it, I called him like, I felt like the shit was flawed. He came back and was like, oh, well, you know, I felt like it was flawed with what went on with the She Got It shit, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. He brought up that shit, you know what I'm saying? When you know what I'm saying? I paid you for that beat, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I paid you for that beat. You really didn't have nothing to stand on that. I paid you for that shit. And you know what I'm saying? But I still, as a real nigga, said, hey, come with me on the album. Come, let's do these other records together. I got this French record. I got this record that, like, I did a ton of records with you with other features and shit. To, you know, that was supposed to be water under the bridge, but when it comes time for us to really do another play together, it was like a slap in my face, you know what I'm saying? I felt like, damn, like, wow, like, my nigga, that he really finna play it like that? Like, I thought that we had made amends on all of that shit, and this the one, we finna go rock out together. So he kind of took me for left on that. He fucked me up with that one, you know what I mean? And I was just like, damn. So he doubled back, did a deal, made a production company, signed dude directly to him, and they went and did a deal without me. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what solidified, I guess, him in the office with a lot of different people. You know what I mean? He had to go do his own and did what he needed to do for himself, which, you know, everybody gonna choose themselves at the end of the day, but I really didn't choose, in a sense, myself, I had already done business with you. I felt, I had already paid you for what I owed you for my shit. But in turn, because you felt some kind of way, and me being a real one, you know what I mean? Like I said, I went back through and I did a bunch of different records with him, thinking that we patched that up and we was cool. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We did. He still felt some type of way about that shit. So, he went and did the Silento deal without me. So, I mean, that's another one. You know what I mean?
That's wild. And it seems like a lot of these situations came from the She Got It record, man. Yeah. Like I said, when it hit, it comes some drama sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of drama, like everlasting drama.
Now, with Bolo, you had bought the beat outright, so you were just trying to do him a solid, right? But also it said that you've said before that you actually spent $100K on the promotions yourself to even get that record out there and spinning and things like that, right?
Pain was $100K. You know what I'm saying? T-Pain alone was $100K. That ain't even got nothing to do with the promotions. You know what I'm saying? Pain himself was $100K. You know what I mean? At the time, Pain was doing features for like 50,000. You know what I'm saying? Just to do the record. You know what I'm saying? So I came, you know what I'm saying, with 50,000 out the streets. You know what I'm saying, to do that record with him, and then jump through all of the shit to this and that, and then even to bend the win with the with adding Tate to the records. You know what I'm saying, adding Tate to the record, then us doing that. You know what I'm saying, that was like, we had to do that in order to get the video and everything shot right and everything done proper. So you know what I'm saying, it all came together where I bent the win. I bent in every which way to win with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool, man. This person is salty about this, but I'm gonna give them this so I can give them this. And you know what I'm saying? I'm taking a hit on this side. I'm giving you a little bit more publishing than I should give up, but I'm gonna give you that anyway, just for us to be straight. And niggas still was flawed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I did everything that I possibly could to go around, kiss the babies and everything. These niggas still was flawed. I was just like, this shit, bro. Like, y'all niggas is just that. You can't make it happen, bro. I felt like at the end of the day, I should have just been a nasty ass nigga, because y'all made me be like I was a nasty ass nigga when I really wasn't. I was just, you know what I'm saying? I made it work. You know what I'm saying? I tried to make everybody happy.
Yeah, it seems like a damned if you do situation for real.
Yeah. That's really how that works. You know?
Because later on, you have a guy by the name of Chat who was somehow was involved in the original record, and he came out, and you guys had not really a back and forth. It was him going to World Star and pretty much venting about the situation as well. How did you end up rectifying that part of it?
Well, see, Chat didn't really feel no kind of way about the record. Like, Chat was cool. It was niggas around him that put the battery in his back to make him, like, you know what I'm saying? He was cool because we had to understand, and I called Chat before. Chat in the video. Chat is in the She Got It video. Like, I pointed that out the other day. A nigga tagged me in some shit on like IG about this whole situation again. Still to this day, a nigga tagged me in it, and I'm like, bro, he in the video. Like, he right here. Like, what you talking about? Like, if it was a real problem, then he wouldn't have showed up and got in the video. So he got in the video, showed up with me, like, you know what I'm saying? Everything was good. Me and him had to understand it. It was just other people. You know, when you in the neighborhood and the shit on TV all day long and on the radio all day long, and they looking at like he said, dog, you riding around and Rovers and Benzes and stunting and jumping out, and these niggas is like, I was on the record like, where mine at? Where my piece at? What I need to get? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, like, you know what we agreed on and how that worked. Like, one of my folks had asked me to put him on the record, so I put him on the record out of respect for my cousin Scrap. Like, and my brother was asking me to put him on the records, you know what I'm saying? With shit, both my Scrap and my, you know what I'm saying, my brother, both of them motherfuckers up the road right now. So shout out, you know what I'm saying? They halfway housing it right now, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my folks. But I did that for them because they was like, y'all from the same city. He got a record called She Got It. I tried to bridge it together, take him, put him on the record. and take some of his record, the hook, and add it in there and us do something. So he contributed something to the record. But like I say, bro, I was jumping out in traffic. And while my shit running, I'm jumping out the Cutlass, you know what I'm saying? I'm jumping out the Chevy with CDs and walking up to your car and giving that shit to you free while the light red and jump back in my shit and stab off. Like, I'm out here real deal, hand to hand, hustling this record, and he ain't never passed out one CD. So for me, it was like, damn, bro, like I'm going hard for this shit. I spent all the bread on this shit, and I'm passing this shit out hand to hand, and you on here. Like, I'm giving you a layup. I'm giving you a look. Like, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna trip out on me? So he ain't really trip on me. It was other people that was making him feel some kind of way. And you know what I'm saying? We rectified our differences by doing shit. We did other record. I did another record with him. You know what I mean? I think that shit, Vinny, he produced the record that we did together. You know what I mean? That was kind of like a come back together and let's make this shit happen and, you know what I'm saying, squash the bullshit or whatever. And you know what I mean? I shot a video with him in the whole nine, put it on World Star, did all of that. Like, I tried to, talent-wise, like, you know, if they f***ing with you, like you said, they f***ing with you, then come on, let's do some shit together. If they f***ing with you, like you said, they f***ing with you, then I'll put some money into some shit that you got in, and you can go. My cousin, Pat, you know, Power P shit, he felt some kind of way too, you know what I'm saying, because of shit that was being said, and he went out and he spent some money on Shot doing a record with Pleasure P, but nobody ain't saying nothing about that record because, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't what it was. So it's like niggas try to, you know what I mean, make it like you know, he wouldn't have, I wouldn't have been who I needed to be or who I am without him. But, you know what I mean, it was a lot of shit that I went through and a lot of politics and a lot of relationships that was established to make this shit what it needed to be. You know what I'm saying? You jumping on a record and rapping didn't make this shit what it needed to be. And you ain't spent $1 on this shit, you know what I'm saying? So you was just with a nigga. We were rocking and everything was cool. So you can't really feel no kind of way. You got a free look. And then you was able to go back and try this and get another look in. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like I couldn't have, you know what I mean? I couldn't have came out on the nigga record. If I came out on Chico Red records back in the days with Bulldog and the shit popped up and I was on it and it went the same way. And then I dissed Chico. Like, man, them niggas they wouldn't have done what I did. You know what I mean? Nobody would have done what I did. Nobody would have came back and just tried to keep the G and be like, all right, all that shit, let's just go work. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't doing that these days, man. Like, I don't get no points or no credit for that shit. I niggas just.
I think people will probably see it later on and they see it now. And even at the time you referred to the song, when it had already been established as a hit and everything, you had said it was a gift and a curse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely.
Now, what's crazy is you were successful enough to acquire a deal with Universal, right?
Yeah.
And it was through Justice League, even though you felt you didn't need them really for the deal, right? Because the song took off. You know, a hit song is a hit. Yeah. Now, what's crazy is you started to have issues with Universal. Is that true? Like, because you went to Bahamas for a week before your album release?
Well, the beef really wasn't with Universal. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The beef in the sense of how it panned out was more so with you know what I'm saying, how Justice League played it. Things started to being a little funny with them. So, you know, at the time, I felt like this. I spent all this bread to get into the game, and then I got all my bread back. So when I got all my bread back and it was legit, I felt like I wanted to spend my bread however I wanted to see fit with my bread because it was my bread. I had spent it on all this music shit and then I had recouped. So when I went and say, all right, I'm going to buy this or I'm going to go here, I'm going to go do this and do that, they were still working. They hadn't got their money for the project or none of the shit yet. So to them, it was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? He spending all his money. He doing this, he doing that. So it made a lot of niggas salty. They started feeling some type of way. So when I went to the trip to the Bahamas, you know, I respectfully, like I marked off my calendar for those days. You know what I'm saying? The shit was planned way prior to their release. You know what I mean? But they went back to the label and was like, you know, to be in the Bahamas, he ain't worried about promoting his album. You know what I'm saying? Because they was trying to brown nose with the label and bring another artist that they had that was behind me